Welcome to this quick workshop, Post-Secondary Testing Options. I'm Steve Rolenfeld, Pathways Coordinator for 742 and the Get Ready program. In this workshop, you will learn about some of the test options for you as a high school junior or senior, the reasons why you take one or more of these exams. I will also highlight some resources for you to access test prep help, as well as how you apply for each of these tests. Why is this important information for you? Because most post-secondary pathways include some test, whether that is used for admission into a four-year college or university, used to determine eligibility for scholarships, or to best place you in the appropriate level of courses at registration, no matter what institution you're going to. This presentation will focus over the three most common college entrance exams: the ACT, the SAT, and the AccuPlacer. The ACT is a common test used by colleges and universities to determine academic preparedness. The ACT tests English reading and comprehension, math, science, and there's also an optional writing sample that you can submit. Most students take the ACT in the spring of their junior year, although seniors can take it if they haven't already done so or want to improve a previous score. Some reasons why you should consider taking the ACT. Four-year colleges use the ACT scores for student admissions, advising, and class placement. Also, many scholarships have minimum ACT scores, as well as some clubs and organizations that you could be joining when you're at university have ACT requirements. For those of you not going to a four-year college, the ACT also has a wide range of content areas, so it's just a general good metric for where you're at with academics, no matter what pathway you are pursuing. A little bit about the test. The ACT is scored between a 1 and 36. It takes about 3 hours to complete, or another 35 minutes if you're taking the doing the writing sample. There's 75 questions on your English language usage. There's 40 questions on reading comprehension, 60 questions on math, and 40 questions on science. The great thing is all juniors in 742 will be able to take this test in April at no cost to you. Seniors who have not taken the test can also register for this through their school counselor, also at no additional cost. If you would like to opt out of the test, you'll need to complete the Google form that is attached to this presentation. We encourage you to at least try the test, even if, especially if you're unsure of where you want to go. You want to be able to open up as many options as possible for you and not close any doors by not having test scores readily available for whatever you may be applying to after graduation. How can you prepare for this test? There's a lot of different options that I have listed here. One, 742 offers a test preparation class on March 19th from 9 to 3 p.m. You can talk to the Pathways coordinators about getting the $110 fee covered through the Get Ready program. We also have limited numbers of paper ACT prep materials available at Apollo and Tech. There are also free websites that are available to you that have practice tests, strategies, and other resources for you to go into the test as prepared as possible. Another option is the SAT, which is another college entrance exam designed to assess college preparedness. The test has sections on reading, writing and language, and math. There's also an optional writing sample test. Whether you take the ACT, the SAT is really up to the student. Some people take both and see which kind of ones they score better on. Why would you take this test? Much like the ACT, many four-year colleges and universities use the SAT for student admissions, advising, or class placement. Also, test scores are used for some scholarships and admissions to different school and community organizations or programs. The SAT takes 3 hours to complete unless you add the optional writing test, which includes 50 minutes of time. It's broken down into four sections. There's a reading section that takes 65 minutes, a writing and language section that you will have 35 minutes to complete, and then there's a 75-minute math section that you can finish. And then the additional writing test is one prompt, and you have 40 minutes to complete. Should you want to take the SAT, you can register online. There is a cost of $55 per test, with an additional cost for the optional writing test. That fee can be waived under certain conditions. If you'd like a waiver, you can talk with your high school counselor. Much like the ACT, there are online preparation materials that you can find. There's some links on this slide that you can access, um, and you can also find them readily available online. The AccuPlacer is a test that evaluates student skills in reading, writing, and math to help place them in classes that match their skills. This test is used by many 2-year colleges, vocational schools, and trade schools to find the best match for classes. The AccuPlacer is not an acceptance exam. Therefore, your admissions to a 2-year college will not be dependent on your test scores. Why you should take this test is, again, the school uses this to place you in the appropriate level of English class or math class. The AccuPlacer test is not timed. You can take as much or as little time as you need. Most students complete the test in about 1.5 to 2 hours. The test is broken down into four main sections or subject areas. There's reading, there's writing, and then there's a math section that's broken down into subgroups, including arithmetic, algebra and statistics, and advanced algebra. There is also a short essay. The AccuPlacer is available at most community colleges. The test will be administered at Apollo and Tech this spring, with more details to come in terms of dates. But anyone wanting to take the AccuPlacer can also just contact uh, a college that they're wanting to apply to and find out when they should be taking the AccuPlacer test. The AccuPlacer is generally taken when you are a senior, as you are preparing to register for a 2-year college or vocational school. Like the ACT and SAT, there are also resources available for practice, because any one of these tests, no matter which one you're taking, you want to prepare for a little bit to be able to do your best on any of. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the ACT, the SAT, and the AccuPlacer test. No matter where your pathway leads you, a test can open up options for what you might want to accomplish. Make sure to get the information that you need. So visit your school counselor or Get Ready coordinator to learn more about these tests and which one might be the best for you. Also, make sure you're preparing for it. As we said, all juniors will be taking the ACT as a great metric for where you're at academically. And so um, please see your counselor or a pathways coordinator if you have any questions. My contact information is on the screen. You can email me, you can send me a Schoology message, or you can text or phone me with questions. If your parents have questions, they can reach out to me as well. I would also appreciate if you complete the response form. That's a part of this lesson in the advisory folder that helps us kind of keep track of any questions or any responses that you may have after hearing this presentation. Hope you're all well and have a great day.